Welcome to the channel, welcome to the Yay or Nay series for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. If you've seen my Yay or Nay series for Smash Bros, you will know exactly what this is. If you haven't seen that, allow me to briefly explain. Each Yay or Nay video will discuss one specific character by going over their background, possible moves, maybe even talk about some fun facts about the character and series, and then at the end we'll answer the very important question. You want to see this character in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl as a playable character? Yay or nay. Pretty simple. Those are your two options, yay or nay. Be decisive. But that is it. There's the intro. Let's get into the rest of the video. Today's video or character is going to be none other than the heroic and somewhat hilarious Otis from Barnyard. Now this has been a character that I've been seeing a few people request. Again, I will try to get to request when I can. But yes, Otis is the character that we'll be talking about today nonetheless. This is kind of a, I won't say he's a number one. Like if you organize characters by most requested for this game, I don't, he's not at the top of the list, but he's like definitely on many people's list. Like yes, he's like that secondary tier of characters. Like yeah, I would love to see Otis. He's got a pretty good following, and this one will be interesting to see how Otis plays out, but nonetheless, the Yay or Nay series is going to continue, obviously, because we're doing a video on it right now, but Otis. So, without any further ado, let's jump into what some of his moves may be if he were to be playable in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. First up, let's talk up special. How about recovery? What could Otis actually do in order to recover? Well, don't worry, I got you covered on this one. This move is labeled the catapult. Get it? Because it's like a catapult, but it launches a cow. You'll see what I mean. So Otis will get launched upwards, and then he kind of comes arcing down while making like a really impactful thud. So I guess you could kind of compare it in a way to say King DDD, right? Gets launched at first. I know DDD does not get launched, but Otis gets launched, and then he comes zooming down. Impactful thud. Maybe if burying was a thing in this game, that would happen, but I don't think it is. So he comes straight up, or he goes straight up and the arcs down. You can have a tiny bit of control which direction to the left or right that you're going to go, but overall, straight up, arcing down, boom, right into the ground. Now, this one is just cool. Who doesn't want to launch a bunch of cows? Or in this case, I guess it's just one cow. But who wouldn't want to launch a cow into space with a move? This is perfect. Next up, we're going to go with the hoof kick. Wait, do cows have hooves? Yes. I didn't do research, but we're going to go with the cows have hooves. So, Otis, for this move, this is definitely going to be a neutral... because he doesn't really have a forward or back. So, this will just be some form of, I don't know where to put this in his moveset, but somewhere. The hoof kick. Otis, for this move, he'll be on all fours, not on just his hind legs walking around, but he will be on all fours, and then he will deliver a big kick backwards, dealing good damage. Now, possibly, I guess you could kind of change this up a little bit. He could still be on all fours, but this could kind of, we could say this could be a down light attack, down strong down attack, if you will. So let me change this up just a little bit. Still gonna be the hoof kick, but it's gonna start by him kicking both the front hooves forward, and then both of his back hooves backwards. So it kind of catches opponents on both sides. It'll be a quick like forward boom, back boom, quick. I hope that made sense. It did in my brain. Next up is going to be the most strange one that I have to demonstrate. Well, I'm not personally demonstrating this one, but screenshots. So the move itself is going to be called cow tipping. Now, yes, that is a reference to, well, cow tipping, but we're not tipping the cow. The cow itself is going to be tipping. Here, I'll explain it better. Here we go. So again, this is going to be one of the strange ones for his moves, but when you input the move, wherever this is, this would have to be a grounded attack. This would not work in the air whatsoever. But for the attack itself, Otis, for a very brief second, he'll face the camera, and then he will fall to the left or to the right. And you'll be able to have control which side he falls on, depending on which side you tilt the stick towards. So, once he falls over, he will then start kind of spinning around on the ground. on the ground, kind of thrashing a little bit, and then he makes a move back into a standing position. So he falls over, kind of spins, thrashes around for just a little bit, and then he gets right back up into a standing position. So the way the move would work, if the opponent happens to get hit when Otis is falling down, the first part, that will be massive damage, okay? Because it's going to have a smaller hitbox, so your opponent's going to have to kind of be baited into this part, the first part, right? But if they don't get hit by the first part, that's why the second part is there for Otis to spin around and thrash on the ground. So the spinning around, I could envision that being a multi-hit sort of attack, but it will definitely deal less damage than the cow getting tipped over itself. So the first part of the move, ginormous, massive damage, huge knockback. The second part of the move, the spinning around, not so much, but Otis is just trying to scramble to get back on his feet, or his hooves in this case. And the last one that I'm going to go with, the Heckler Toss. Now for this move, and yes, by the way, I would envision this as a command grab. So Otis will end up grabbing the opponent, he will spin them above his head, and then just kind of toss them forward. It's kind of a simple move, so it's still fun. He did this in, somewhere, you guys see it, but the move could be quite deadly if used, I'd say, near a ledge, or even off stage, because again, command grabs, if you're the one that gets grabbed, and you both fly off stage, and you both have the same, if you both have one stock left, whoever gets grabbed is the one that's going to get KO'd first. So there's a bit of risk and reward. If you hit it, perfect. You could win a match with that. But if you miss it, Otis goes into a free fall, and then he's, well, kind of screwed a little bit. He might get turned into burgers. All right, McDonald's is sponsoring this video. No, they're not actually. But the point is, the attack, Heckler Toss. Like I said, Otis will grab the opponent, picks him up above his head, spins him a few times, and then just tosses him forward. It's a simple move, but could be kind of a fun idea for Otis. Who doesn't want to see a cow picking up somebody and just spinning them and chucking them forwards? That'd be awesome. Awesome to see. And moving on to the alternate costumes or alternate skins, whichever you prefer. The first one that I thought of is this one right here. What do you call this one? The burglar outfit? A disguise? I don't know which one to call this one exactly, but still the disguise nonetheless. He's dressed up in the dark clothing. I think this one would just kind of look cool. It's not really a ninja cow, is it? Is it ninja cow? Is that the kind of outfit we're going for here? Either way, you see what's on screen. So, yeah, I think this would be perfect. Great costume. It's kind of, isn't this the slow motion kick? I think this is the slow motion kick one. So, it's a little, if you know about Barnyard, there's a chance you know where this costume is from and, what Otis was doing when he's wearing it. So, fun little reference, I suppose. And another one that just looks utterly ridiculous. Yes, I definitely meant that as a pun. But alternate to, what do you call it? This one was like Justice Incarnate, I think, or he's an utter Avenger or whatever. So he dons his, utter Avenger gear and a cow with a cape. He's got a cape, right? Yeah. So, I don't know. It would be funny to see a cow dressed up as a superhero. Sure, why not? Give him that as well. It's kind of memorable from the series. So, yeah, slap that on there as a cool alternate costume as well, and I think we're all good from there. Now, for Otis, the character himself, like I was trying to say at the beginning of the video, I do believe there is plenty of support for him, but I still, at the same time, believe there's plenty of other characters that I think people would much rather see before Otis. Again, not saying Otis doesn't deserve a spot, because I do believe anybody that gets on the roster, especially with Ludosity coming up with the moveset ideas and how wacky they might be, I got full faith in them. So I do think anybody on the roster, Otis included, would be taken care of. They'd be treated well, and I think anybody could be made an extremely fun character. So Otis, for me, the way I kind of think of it right now is, all right, this is kind of it's the first game and hopefully a very successful long series, right? Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. And would I want to see Otis right now? If the developers came to me for whatever reason and said, all right, you can pick, say, 5, 10 characters. You can pick 10 characters to include right now. Would Otis kind of be in that, towards the top? I don't know if he's not one of my top most wanted. That's no. I'll be honest, but I think in terms of how how funny the character could be, how the moveset would just like I said, like the catapult launch, just launching a cow into space. That'd be kind of fun. I'd like to see stuff like that. So for me, it's gonna come down to a yay, but a very low yay for right now. There's still plenty of other characters I would rather see get in the game before Otis, but I'd still say yay nonetheless. So let me know what you guys got for Otis down in the comments. Yay or nay. That's your only options. Unsure is not an option. I don't count that vote, just to let you know. But that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, as always. And, well, we'll be back soon again with yet another yay or nay character and the updated stats.